downtown Seattle. Today, week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right to the air, here's Goff. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. Miami 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. Top 10 in the league against the pass. But the battle walk of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Saints.
On first down, lead back to Benson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still waiting for the coordinator.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
A good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
New Orleans.
On first down, it's Benson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A nice run here early on, and then take a great play call and realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll go again. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, but it could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Benson. They'll take this from the 9 to about the 7.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Goff now to throw. Quick Devin Neal. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. What's good on the extra point? And it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19, let's go. Rocco 80.
Throwing to start the drive. Colbert. Walker with a grab. Left side. Oh, to gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down. As we look at the Saints defense, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
70 Lions.
Looking to throw. Colbert. Wide open receiver complete. They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now you got receivers are getting blocked as this game goes on.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Walker has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. An extra point attempt to come here. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Benson. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Another run here with Benson. Not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 44. Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that fall incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way. The end zone for a touchback
at their own 20-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 2nd and 15. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Running free at the 45. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 85 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get better.
On the cover.
Oh, That is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender out over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him over beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Change now to return it. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Seahawks football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they're trying to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Ready up.
Back to throw. Colbert. Oh, tries to force it over, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here we go. Like 20.
After the interception, here's Goff. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he wasn't able to do much with it.
And he'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff. Open man here is Benson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all down on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Hopkins on the ground over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Goff now looks to throw. This is caught. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Benson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Let's look down the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. His guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 off following the interception last time that led to a score. And they got a first. Got a fine cut, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
By the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Super 66. Hey, Shell.
Here's gone. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Cut. 180. Turbo.
On the handoff, Benson running right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll try again. Goes right into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Trey Benson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints have moved out in front. Wants to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score is Saints 21, Seahawks 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And we'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Rushing down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. That's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Lux with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position. You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go. Liking 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand, because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Set. At the 60. At the 60. 69.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
that pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Colbert. And for the 3rd time here, this hand is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And the Saints are in a great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D-lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Gone. Now he's going to step up and run. He wisely will throw that one away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is gone. Looking deep downfield. Touchdown! Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Let's look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another in for score to extend the lead.
Seahawks 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. So they get the one-score kickoff. They'll fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Looks good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Colbert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready. Let's go. Hey, Mustang 19.
On 1st first down. He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And the route is over here in this first half.
Saints 49, Seahawks 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt
at their
halt.
own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
First thing I have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Looking down, that's complete. And he'll be taken down before he works it past the 50. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Colbert. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looks like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now we got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
7 Pirates, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
27-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Colbert. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Colbert will go down around the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 7.
Seventh
Brings
play of
up
the drive,
third
forthcoming
and 8.
on 3rd and 8.
Go. Hut.
Looking to throw. Colbert. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And heading out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12.
A gain of
9 yards that time.
And the Seahawks.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Peters. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Finding space at the 40. Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 20. And he'll Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Lutz for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Seahawks 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover in the last drive where the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach. And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A gain of 4.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
At the 36-yard
A lot of
line.
ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the score a little closer. And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out. Second and 4. And that'll be incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Colbert. The left side has got him in. That's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A gain of 9.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Colbert. He's got him in wide open. Good play. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Cowboy 80. Hey, smash Bronco.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll get inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Go check. Ready? 60 by 6. Go.
To the right side, this is Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Go. Set. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Cougar 19. Whistle. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to at least get one score back. Now the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
56, Seahawks 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a fan one time about, hey, when you're defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
180.
Back to throw. Goal. The Seahawks defense gets to it and bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And they'll bring up 3rd. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Gone. And he's going to go down here. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Ready? 70 Lions. 60 Mavericks. 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Over. Watch cover. He's taken down. Chase Young picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Pioneer. Rig alert. Eyes up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 50, it's gone. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Second down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
There's Chris Olave. And they try to play that. They do get big yards, but they're still stopped a yard or two short. And it's fourth down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D-Mo's going to hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Horrible. 180. What's up?
Here's goal. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the rollout continues. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one.
Let's go on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
To kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, it was almost insurmountable where their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here we go, set. Liking 18. Hut.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Check out.
Walker once more. And they'll be taken down around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Ready? Bravo 80.
From the gun, it's Walker. And again behind the line. So that short gain on the first down quickly to gain it. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's taken down by the Saints. And they'll bring up 4th down on a big sack and a loss of 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go through with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
We go tonight. Right 20. Attack.
Goff going to throw it. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
To kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pushing his way through. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
That's a good way of framing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on. Moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That's good.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout.
First and 10 at the
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete.
Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw again. Going up top for Cobb. And this ball incomplete. It looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
At the 40-yard line.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
19 light.
One final shot. Look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Dragon 60.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that flag will send them back 5 yards. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.